Hi, everybody. A very special Coaches Corner edition here on YSN. DJ Oakley joined by the pride of Columbiana and Lisbon. It is Todd Johnson and Chris Huckshold. Boys, how are you?
We're doing good.
Doing well.
A very special game coming up on Tuesday, guys. Everyone versus Cancer. We'll have it on YSN. It's a boys-girls doubleheader. Can you talk a little bit about it, Todd? Let's start with you because you're hosting.
Yeah, we've kind of came up with the idea to have a benefit game between Columbiana and Lisbon and get the varsity girls programs involved as well. It's going to be a special event. We're pretty excited about it. First time, I think, in our area that has been done in the basketball realm. You see it more volleyball and other sports, but first time, at least in our area, in the basketball realm. So we're pretty excited to have this annual event as we'd like to have it, starting off in Columbiana.
Chris, this is an event that means awful lot to both of you guys, but talk to me about why and let everybody know why this is a really heart-touching and pulls on your heartstrings especially.
Yeah, definitely. So it's going to be emotional across the board for Todd and me both. I mean, both of us having lost our mothers to this awful disease. Me a little more recent than Todd, but it's still very close to home for both of us for sure. And, it really hit me hard because, and I've said this multiple times, and we always say you're aware, but until it really hits home, I don't know if anybody really is. And I know coming from where I was, but watching my mother pass away really, really touched me. And I don't show a lot of emotion, but I do hold it in, and it's something that's probably going to be with me for a long time.
Guys, again, this is a special event, something you guys have teamed up on. How did the conversation start about this game?
We were sitting here at the house one night. I can't remember when it was. We were probably complaining about how bad our teams played in the scrimmage or something, and we were just talking about some things coming up and our doubleheader, which Columbiana Lisbon's always has played a girl-boy doubleheader for a long time, mm-hmm. and it's always been a nice little game. Sometimes the attendance in these games have kind of fell off over the years. It's not like 10, 15 years ago where a Friday night, that's what everybody did, is went to a game.
Right.
So girl-boy doubleheaders are nice because it kind of unites everybody there, and it's a nice big crowd, and it's really cool. And we just started talking about things, and it was something that, as a family, it wasn't just me and Todd. It was our whole family sat together, and we're like, it'd be really nice if we did something like this. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. And we sat down and we designed some uniforms to go with it, and it all started coming together. Todd had some good ideas about doing some shirts. He can kind of touch on some of that, and that's how it kind of came to fruition.
Well, yeah, we thought through the medium of basketball, obviously, both being coaches, that we could help affect other people's lives, hopefully, that are going through the trying times as well, battling cancer. And that's why we really wanted to come together and have this event to ultimately help benefit members in the community that are battling this disease.
And you guys are representing the swag. I believe you'll have available at the events, Columbiana in pink and Lisbon in purple. Guys, talk about how those are going to be available and why those colors.
Well, we went with pink and purple. Purple is actually a symbol for pancreatic cancer, and my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer. Going to be on 3 years now. And then pink is obviously breast cancer awareness, but then also our Columbiana uniforms are going to be white, and that signifies lung cancer. So we've tried to tie in not just one particular type of cancer; it's multiple cancers into our uniforms. And the T-shirts are available right now for pre-order. All you got to do is text myself or Coach, and our numbers have been put out there to do so. And then we hope to have some also available at the game that can be purchased, and all proceeds will go to benefit members in the community.
Is there, being that you guys are pink in Columbiana and purple in Lisbon, do you want the fans to show up in support of those colors, or would you rather them wear the red and the blue?
Well, for sure. The game's kind of been labeled by both pep clubs on both sides as a blackout. To black out cancer, and this awful disease it's affect a lot of people in both our communities. It's something you hope doesn't happen, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen, and I think it's an opportunity for 32 minutes. Our two teams are going to go at it for like crazy. But for the whole night, we hope our two communities unite together and raise some money that we can help give to a couple families in our communities that are really affected by this. The effects of this are deeper than just what happens to the person. It affects everybody involved.
And let's get on the court. You guys have some new jerseys you're going to showcase. We will debut them here on YSN here in just a little bit. But across both uniforms is "We Fight." Who wants to take that question of why that particular motto?
Well, we chose "We Fight" because it's communities fighting together. It's not one team or one community. We're banding together to help raise awareness as much as we can and fight this disease together. So, like Coach alluded to, yeah, we're going to go at it for 32 minutes, and there's a basketball game to be played as well. But in the bigger picture, it's two communities rallying together in support of community members and also in support of battling this disease.
As you said, Coach Johnson, there is a basketball game to be played, and both your teams are absolutely on fire right now, coming off of a big week on both your fronts. Chris, let's talk first about Lisbon. A big week for you, a huge win over EOAC Faux East Palestine is your latest kind of notch in your belt. Talk to me about that game and how that transpired.
The kids, we knew this was going to be a long game season. Losing what we lost from the last season and stuff like that. And the kids, we spent a lot of time. We've spent a lot of time, film, drills, skills, going back to the basics. And the hard work that we put in maybe a month ago when we were 2-7, now it's starting to pay off a little bit. And the kids are starting to see it. And this day and age, once the kids start to believe a little bit, they start to take those steps forward. It's hard to really get your kids to believe in that sometimes. They kind of think, oh, this is, they think coaches just sit down and fill out a 2-hour practice schedule and just plug stuff in because they got nothing else better to do. And they don't really realize there's usually reasons why we're doing things to try to prepare their kids, our kids. But, it is, we had some tough non-con games. We had some tough losses. If a month ago I would have told the kids when they were sitting where we were at that time, I'd say, hey, we got a shot to play for first place in the league on this Tuesday, they'd have told me I was on drugs and I need to quit coaching, But, kids are battling. They're grinding. There's a lot of teams in this area that are all the same. There's a couple teams that are better than everybody else. And, we're all just trying to play catch up and try to stay, in the game. There's going to be nights where, and coach will say this too, there's nights that teams go out and they look unbelievable. And then there's nights we're out there going, man, what did we work on in practice for the last week? So we're playing good basketball right now, and we just hope to keep moving this ball forward, and we'll see how we can do against the first place team in the league.
Todd, and speaking of the first place team in the league, the bright lights were on Friday nights, and your boys showed up and balled out. I mean, talk to me about, you said that a couple weeks ago it was the biggest win, when you played Beaver Local. Mm-hmm. That Southern win is pretty big, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, that Southern win was huge. Southern is a phenomenal basketball team, obviously walking in at 9-0. And, we were lucky enough and fortunate enough to play them on our home floor to start, because going down there is always a tough test. Coach can speak to that as well. But, our boys, played a good basketball game. It had its ups and downs. It did. But we came out and after halftime and really shot the ball well. It's always easy when the shots fall. So we shot the ball particularly well. And then we went on the road actually last night as well. And we got a tough non-conference win at Liberty as well. So I'm very proud of the boys on a tough back-to-back to be able to pull out two wins.
And you and I had a chance to talk before we had our photo shoot on Saturday, and you said that you went into the locker room and the boys were celebrating. You got a little bit of a shower, huh?
I got a little bit of a water shower, yeah. It came out of their water bottles and all sorts of things. So the locker room was a mess, and I was soaked from head to toe, but it was one of the best feelings I've had in coaching, to be honest with you. So I didn't mind it at all. It was great, and to see how excited our boys are right now and how excited the community is about where the program's at is just phenomenal.
This is one of those weeks that I wish that I could be a fly on the wall, so to speak, with you guys' text messages back and forth. I know you guys like chirping at each other. I mean, what's it like to be brother-in-law with and playing for first place in the EOAC the week of?
Well, really, this is why we fight on our shirts. But no, you know, this game's all we jab at each other in fun, but you know. I've said to somebody the other day, they asked me a question, how's this game like? I said, like, listen, man, I got a little brother for 363 days a year. 2 days a year, you know, we're enemies in a fun way. But no, I always get blamed for all the banter, but he always starts it, and then I just finish it.
No. I don't run my mouth at all.
Put it this way. We have fun both ways with it. A lot of times it's most of the summer sitting by the pool, having a good old time with it. We're both guilty and we're both innocent. We'll both tell you that.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, you know, we both do a lot of work to prepare our basketball teams, and you know, we just hope both our teams show up and give their best efforts.
Who's the best smack talker out of the two of you?
It's by far him.
And that's exactly what I would expect with that question. Gentlemen, I'm looking forward to Tuesday night. I'm sure you are as well. I'll be in attendance for both games, calling the action. Thank you for all that you're doing, not just for your communities, but for the cause. And I speak for everybody when I tip my cap to you and say, you know, congratulations on the success, not only of your basketball programs, but of leading young men.
Thanks, DJ.
Thank you, DJ.